ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Well, welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. My name is Robert Bannon, and I am you may be having drag race withdrawals. Are you having drag race withdrawals already? The finale is here and come and gone, but you could bring a little drag to your own life, and you don't have to be dressed in drag to make drag art. You can have your four-legged friends. Jose is here with the viral superstar that is RuPaul. P-A-W-L. RuPaul is here and Jose is here. So take your little puppy hearts and get ready. Jose, welcome. Rue, Mama Rue is here.
Thank you. Little Roo. And of course, they say that they do not dress up in drag for media appearances. So they're wearing their little suit with their little pussy bow. But
yes,
I apologize that she does not come in full drag for media.
Listen. We've had a menu queen on the show, and they do not come in full drag. And we just appreciate her coming on camera because many times they won't even come on camera. So we're very honored to be here. Congratulations on everything. I'm obsessed. How did Little Roo come into your life? I heard that you adopted her. She's a rescue. And you're in California?
Right now we're in Colorado. So we're in Colorado and California.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
Are you and your partner doctors?
We are PhDs. So we're both professors. Yes.
That amazing. And is Little Roo your only dog?
It's our only dog for now. We've been thinking about adopting a little sibling for them, but they are diva, so it needs to be the right sibling that they can boss around and maybe groom to be the next drag superstar. So it's an audition process as well as an adoption process.
Yes, I hear you. When did you get the idea that you were going to dress Little Roo as a drag superstar, and what was the first outfit you made?
Yeah, it's kind of a interesting longish story, but I'm gonna give you the short story. When we Rue gets a lot of attention because we're really cute, and when we were out on walks a couple of times, people were obsessed with knowing what their gender was. So they kept asking us, is that a boy or girl? Is that a boy or girl? And of course, my husband would tell them, well, they haven't decided on their gender yet, right? So it became kind of like an inside joke, but also kind of like an interesting kind of question for us to consider in terms of like, why are people so obsessed with gender? And isn't everything drag anyway? So why don't we start experimenting dressing up our dog in drag to kind of explore some of those ideas, especially because she's so fabulous and she can, we dress her up in things and she gets a lot of attention. A lot of the first looks that we made were photoshopped, and then we started sewing. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we started like really manufacturing and sewing her outfits. We have a whole atelier here, meaning that we have like sergers, a sewing machine, a 3D printer, a laser cutter, and a fabric printer. So as soon as we see a look that we like, we get on it and we start creating the accessories and everything for it. So we started maybe about 5 years ago, but we really didn't start like sewing and like really trying to replicate the looks as diligently as we do now until maybe when we got our first Webby nomination, which was like 3 years ago. And we said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So we started sewing the stuff. Well, meaning I started sewing the stuff.
Well, your looks, before we get into your line, Doggie Drag, your Rue, firstly, I have to say, the queer community is literally under attack in this country. With 400 plus laws on the books, some focus on drag and trans. rights specifically, but queer LGBTQIA plus community in whole. You taking this, showing some of the joy and fun that drag is in the community, but it's also a real lifestyle, and it is a serious art form for the queens that do it, including Little Roo. So you putting a spotlight on this really shows that there's no harm. There's no harm in drag, and it's all about love. So thank you for that. Secondly, it's just damn fun. I was getting messages on Instagram saying, "What the F is a dog drag queen?" I said, "You need to find Roo. You need to find Little Roo." What's it been like since you took off? And I mean, you're at DragCon. You have shout outs from drag queens, legendary drag queens. What has it been like since this began?
You know, it's interesting. It's kind of surreal, to be honest, because I've been a Drag Race fan since the first season, and I'm not going to tell you how old I was, because then I'll reveal my age. But like I'm obsessed, right, with Drag Race. I have like the maquette. Remember that maquette they used to send the drag? It's sitting right here, like autographed by Mama Ru, and so it's been, you know, I recognize, for me, when I was a young queer person, Drag Race was an important staple or an important like media space for someone who was exploring their sexuality and being queer in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so to be kind of like now folded into the franchise and folded into this cultural phenomena, I still don't like believe it. I still like, and you know what's interesting is that we communicate as soon as, you know, an episode is over. We start DMing the drag queens and saying the winner of the week, and we say, okay, we're gonna do your look, and they respond right away. Oh my God, finally we get a recreation by RuPaul. I've made it. You know, and to have some people like you're right, like superstars, people like Ginger Minge, Sasha Colby, of course, who loves Little Roo, and all of these superstars who are superstars of drag recognize that not only that our dog is cute, but also recognize the artistry that goes into recreating some of these looks. It's really humbling, and it's really, really exciting.
Well, if you think drag is easy, you should try it. And if you think drag is easy, you should try it on a dog. I mean, that is a whole other. But
I tell you, you know, one of the funny things was that right? We actually I'll tell you a little bit about that in a little bit. But you know, one of the things that what's her name? Miss Vanjie told us at DragCon one time, because obviously Ru doesn't wear makeup. All they need is the outfit, and they like they're drag royalty, right? And Miss Vanjie said, you know, one of the greatest things about being a doggy drag queen, I guess, is that you don't have to tuck, because that's probably the most painful part of being a drag queen. I'm like, you're right. I just like make the gown, elongate it. They don't. Nobody knows.
Ru's ready. Right. They're ready. Look, here is the 4 finalists of Drag Race. There's Anitra, Mistress, Lux, and Sasha. And I know not to be a spoiler, but we're filming this the day of the finale. This will be on Tuesday after the finale, but so you'll know who the winner is. But I know you've dressed Ru as all 4 of the finalists and all of the queens really this season. Anitra and Mistress and Lux and Sasha are all beautiful and talented and gorgeous. And what a fun look of these looks are so great. What's it been like to dress her this season?
My goodness. It has been really fun. You know what? One of the things that we've been pushing more towards is creating video content, not just because, you know, one of the things that that I like to be very open and address is that people want to make sure that Little Roo is not uncomfortable. Right. And so our photo shoots don't last very long, right? They last like 5 minutes. It takes me 8 to 16 hours to create a look, and then she wears it for 5 minutes, and she's like, "I'm done. Like, pay me in my treats, and I'm out." Right? And so, you know, we take a lot of shots to get the right shot, and then curate it, and sometimes do a little bit of face tuning, much like
Mhm.
we're not the only drag queens who do that, um, to create the perfect vignette, right, or look. But we've been pushing the envelope a little bit and trying to be a little bit more, create a little bit more video content, and with Anitra in particular, and all the drag queens as well, we've been experimenting with some video content, and we created this, one of my favorite videos actually of the whole season. We created the Walk the Duck, a kind of a version of the Walk the Duck video, and we have this exploding like board. It's like, it's so camp and ridiculous. But I tell you, like every one of the things, if I had more time, I also would love to have recreated the Anitra jumping over Marsha.
Amazing. The
I
best.
need to figure out how to do that.
I am just look, I'm from Jersey. Lux is a Jersey girl, but I'm all about Team Anitra. Anitra is for me. I'm not asking you your favorite, but I'm a little Team Anitra. I love Sasha, I love Lux, and I love Mistress. I love them all. Is that fair?
This is a hard top four. I mean, they're
Very.
all so talented, so deserving across all. That last episode where I was like, if Rue does a top three, I don't know, like there's gonna be riots. Like we
Yes,
can't do that.
literally.
Sorry,
But
she's asking for
we'll all be
payment.
watching. No, please. Hi, Little Roo. So we have to ask you. Well, you came up with the idea after drag communities are in houses like the Vogue community, and if your little four-legged friend would like to be a part of the House of Little Roo, you've created a line. You can have all of your children everywhere. Doggie drag is out and real. Tell us what it is.
Doggy drag. We've been, every time we created a look, people would be like, I want that. I want that. I'm like, girl, it takes me 15 hours. I'm not going to make you.
Yeah.
But we started thinking about like, okay, what are some iconic looks that we can create that are recognizably drag,
Yes.
but that we could sell a little bit more in mass than the looks that take me 8 to 16 hours to make, right? And so we just listened. We listened to our fans. We were listening to this desire to dress up the dogs, not only in like the dresses and the t-shirts that they sell at like pet stores, but something that is really distinguishably drag. And so we decided that we were going to explore that. And I mean, it took us a long time to identify two looks that we know that people, as soon as they saw them, oh, that's drag, right? One of them being the one that you can see back here, the
And we have a picture
jumpsuit.
here.
That jumpsuit. That's
Roo, start your engines jumpsuit.
Start your engines, and that look is loosely inspired by the one that Mama Roo, the other Mama Roo, wears. But this one, we redesigned it. We really paid attention to the proportions of a pup to make sure that it looks good on a pup. And that star that's on the chest is made out of like crystals, and all the patches are a little bit more dog oriented. So you can see that the little patch on the right arm is a little zoomies patch. And the material is durable. It has a light stretch to it. Like we're creating like high quality look that people can, and especially as Pride comes around and people are going out to Pride, we want to make sure that their pups look fabulous. And on top of the drag looks, we also wanted to create other accessories that maybe our more butcher pups might appreciate. One of them being this doggy the bandana. You can wrap it around your pit bull crew. And remember, if you have somebody wants to join the pit bull crew, they can wear their little bandana. We have like the boa, bolo boa. It has a little adjustable emblem so that it's adjustable to any dog. If you want to borrow your doggy's drag, you can also wear it if you want. And other stuff, dog tags. And the thing is that we're going to keep evolving, right? Because we're wanted to offer a variety of things, because drag can be very many different things, right? And And so we wanted to offer a variety, and then seasonally, we're gonna have other stuff coming around the corner. This is just our launch line. Yeah, that wig, I tell you. So I have our little cuddle clone of Rue over here wearing
The
the
gown.
the gown
I
and the
can't.
wig.
I can't even handle it. There was the gown from the side. There you see it, but the gown and the wig. If you are going to Pride, I will be at Prides from Detroit to New Jersey to LA to everywhere. If you're going to Pride and you bring your dog outside and it's June and you're or July or because they go through all year, why would you just come with your dog? You need to have your dog decked to fit. Yes.
Absolutely.
And you've taken care of it for us.
Absolutely. And and this is our first line. It's our launch, but we do have a gown in the works for Pride in particular. And now that we're doing this in earnest, I'm working really closely with my friend who we went to art school together a long time ago, and we're both designing a really fabulous rainbow gown for Pride. So go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, because these looks are fabulous, but that rainbow gown is
I need it. I'm signing up right now. Everyone watching, I mean, I hope you're inspired to add a little drag to your dog's life, and you can follow. You want to see what's going to happen with Little Roo, because Little Roo is going to be with all the queens as they go to cons and prides and make more video content and photos. Go to RuPaul_official on Instagram and follow, and then click the links, and then of course, right now, go to doggiedrag.com. No matter what size your dog, you can get a bandana. You can get the gown for the little ones. You can get the boa. You can get the dog tags that say all sorts of great, amazing, fun things. I love this.
Well, we love it. We love that you love it.
Thank you. No, my dad has a dog. He's a little butch, but that's okay. There's two. Yeah. But when he gets around the other male dogs in my house, love is love. So we are all
exactly. And we shouldn't, much like we're trying to it's an important movement across not only us as humans, but also our more than human siblings to really engage with this idea of what it means to engage in that love is love paradigm, and also continue to use drag to push these norms, these ideas of how people think the world should be. We're happy to be part of that.
I'm so happy and honored to be here, and thank you for it. Drag is a protest, and Pride is a protest, and we protest, equal rights for all people and all love. Little Roo, I'm obsessed with you. I need to be at somewhere where you're at, and I need a selfie. I need a handshake. I need a whole moment. How beautiful is this little superstar? Thank you so much for today. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. And yes, please find us at DragCon this year in LA.